I am so glad you are here. We're in a world where there is so much vying for our attention. It is so easy to miss the signposts along the way, isn't it? So I know you have listened to the call of your spirit, followed the signposts, and found your way here to be with me now. Many years ago, Spirit showed me how difficult it was to get souls to be exactly where they're supposed to be, at exactly the right time, to make exactly the right connections. There is so much that can take us off track, isn't there? So much that can distract us, or that we can allow to get in the way of us taking the series of little steps that lead us to stepping on the path of fulfilling our true destiny, which to me is the definition of true success in life. I want to welcome you with much love as you answer your higher calling and rendezvous here with me for our date with destiny. My whole journey has brought me here to this point, to this moment, to connect with you as you answer the call of your spirit, as one who's here to heal and help others. If you've found your way to this very auspicious meeting, you have probably been preparing for this specific lifetime for many, many lifetimes. You came into this life with gifts and a sense of knowing you had a purpose that you can't always explain to others. And it's possible that carrying these gifts at times felt like a burden, because you knew you were different from others growing up. And it may have taken you some time to find or get a sense of your place in the world. Not to mention, for sensitive, empathetic souls, the noise of the world can be quite intense and often overwhelming. I know, I totally understand. I could not in all integrity be talking here with you unless at the deepest level of my being I can resonate with where you've been and what you've been through. So before we get into the content I promised you, I'd like to ask you to reflect for a moment. So what are some of the signs that you've had in your life that indicated that you were meant to walk this path of the healer? What about some of the obstacles? Can you see that overcoming struggles and challenges has given you strength, insight? Are you ready to put all that you have learned and be the hands and hearts doing Spirit's work to help create the beautiful world you know is possible? Are you ready to say a resounding yes to impacting the souls you are here to facilitate change for? There are lives you are meant to touch. There is healing that is yours to offer, and no one else can do it but you. That is what today's session is about. To be perfectly honest, I prefer to stay behind the scenes and not spend a lot of time on camera talking. But what each of us is here to do is so much bigger than me. And this meeting between us now is very important. The world needs healers of all kinds, and healers are needed more than ever before. Why? My husband Tony calls this time on planet Earth the battle of the changeover. This battle happens at every change of world ages, but this particular battle, as we move from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age, is much more intense, as a new race of people is also being formed and a new world is emerging. The new world is the fifth world, and the new race of people that will populate the new world is referred to as being the sixth root race, or Homo spiritualis, the spiritually motivated race of people that are the one people. And these are people who stand for inclusivity and universality. These are the people who are working today to usher in the new world. But as this world change happens, the energies of the old age are holding on for dear life and doing everything they can to stop the new incoming energies. They will hold on to their power by any means possible, and they don't care about the cost to humanity, civilization, and the planet. That's why we see things like the Amazon burning and whales nearing extinction, turning up on the beaches full of plastic. We see movements for freedom and justice being squashed by oppressive governments, and wealth being directed to corporate elites. We need people who have acquired the necessary soul, spiritual and magical skills to help bring this new world into being with as little damage to the web of life as possible, so that more of the natural world will survive and thrive, and more humans will come together and cooperate. Now, when I say healer, it could be any type of healer: massage therapists, nurses, energy workers, acupuncturists, doctors, empaths, mums. It could be men and women who are solving environmental issues like reforestation and ocean conservation. It doesn't matter what work they do. What matters is how they do their work. And by that I mean it matters what inner capacities and abilities they have acquired and developed to enable them to fulfill their destiny. Healers and the work they do has never been more important, necessary, and vital. And this will be so for the unforeseeable future. And that's what this presentation is about: your important role in our transition to a brand new world, the more beautiful world of light, harmony, and cooperation that many of us have seen in our dreams since childhood. So if this is resonating with you and you are hearing the call, if you want to see the new world emerge with ease and grace instead of turning into chaos, if you want to be part of creating the new world built on love and inclusivity, and you have always felt you had a role to play but did not know exactly what to do, then I am excited to share with you the 12 soul skills that will help you step into your higher purpose as a healer and respond to the call of your spirit and divinity at this time. Before I go any further into that, I want to mention something that I've so often seen with healers that the acquisition and development of these soul skills helps to prevent. I don't want this to have to happen to you, or if it already has, I want to show you a way out. So many people raise their hands and say, yes, I want to follow this calling I have as a healer. Then they go out and spend huge amounts of money to get an education. Not only that, they spend years and years to gain proficiency because they're the kind of person who wants to make sure they know enough and have enough skills to be truly helpful to others. Now, this could be a herbalist, naturopath, massage therapist, hypnotherapist, or nurse. Basically anybody who's called to help another human being and make a difference. And even though they have the best of intentions, many get burnt out between the 3rd and 7th year of their career, making them unable or only able in a limited capacity to carry on with their practice. Some of them even die. It's always been a concern to me that people with a heart to help others get weighted down by other people's energy, and the metaphysical and physical pressure of walking the path of the healer, making them unable to do what they've come here to do. Healers and people like you who have heard the call of your soul can triumph in challenging circumstances with these special soul skills. When acquired, developed and mastered, these soul skills can help you tap into the infinite spiritual and healing power available to you from Source. They unlock your supersensory gifts and place you in a divine slipstream of spirit where healing power flowing through you is not impeded, so you do not have to rely on your personal energy to sustain you in your work as a healer. The 12 soul skills are a key to the healer's capacity to fulfill their destiny, and as such are secret skills that enable you to adapt and be resilient in times of great need. Possessing these soul skills supports you to experience and maintain a sense of well-being, remain healthy, vital, and protect your energetic integrity in any situation. They help you fulfill your healing destiny no matter what. The soul skills keep you in the game. Then you'll be more able to help more souls, support more clients, and do the work you're here to do without burning out. From ancient times, these special soul skills and capacities have always given powerful advantages and strengths to those who have learned them, and once acquired, they last for lifetimes. The secrets to acquiring these soul skills were tightly held inside the ancient mystery schools, and only a select few had the ability to access them. Traditionally, those who set foot on the healing, shamanic, magical and spiritual pathways were required to go through a series of initiatory experiences or rites of passage. And in the past, these initiations were often very physical in nature and in some cases even life-threatening. They were designed to facilitate the development of soul strength and enable the soul to access spiritual power and acquire greater soul capacity. It was not uncommon that an apprentice healer shaman would have to enter into a river frozen over by a layer of ice and swim to find a prepared hole in the ice to enable them to escape from the frozen waters. They might have to walk down a darkened corridor filled with venomous snakes, or they may have to be buried alive for a period of time with only a hollow stemmed reed or grass stem to breathe through. Entering into a mystery school and undertaking the teachings and disciplines has always been for the few and not for the many. It was and is always expected that there will be a considerable number of people who will not be able to move through and get past the initial challenge or challenges. Entering a true mystery school was not for the faint-hearted. In the age we now live in, which is an Aquarian age, the age that will change the course of human evolution forever, those with eyes to see or the sensitivity to be aware of the changes are searching for new sources of universal spiritual power so they can heal themselves, make genuine spiritual progress and assist others. In the Aquarian age, it is no longer necessary for a healer or spiritual apprentice to be confronted with life-threatening situations like the healers of old. In today's world, people can gain healing, spiritual and magical power by undertaking the rites of passage that have been fully recontextualized for 21st century living. This means the healer who sets their foot on this path can acquire the necessary soul skills by undertaking the rites of passage while living their everyday life. By doing so, they will develop the capacity to more easily overcome everyday challenges that get in the way of their spiritual progress and their ability to fulfill their life purpose as a healer. Again, it is not to say that it is easy, but nothing worth doing is. Did you know the word sacred comes from a similar word, sacrifice. When we trade something of lesser value for something of higher value, like a soul skill, then we're making our life sacred. We are embodying what is sacred. The good news is, my life has been dedicated to laying out a solid pathway for you to follow to attain all 12 soul skills, abilities and capacities of the healer. And if you take me up on it, you will be challenged, but not in the same life-threatening ways that healers of old had to endure. You will be challenged to grow and expand your capacity to heal yourself and assist others. And you will be supported and guided along a proven path. And we'll be talking about that at the end of the presentation, if you're still with me. So you're probably wondering by now, what are these soul skills? Let me introduce you to them briefly. The first soul skill and rite of passage of the healer helps you to connect with your soul self at will, so you can hear and respond to the call of your soul and the call to heal. Developing this soul skill helps you to walk the path of the healer unconditionally and form an unconditional relationship with your soul and your healer self as an agent of spirit. So you cannot be deterred or sidetracked by what's happening in the world around you. With this soul skill, you will be able to communicate with the soul of another person and to invoke the higher powers to heal, so you can help more people and fulfill your purpose as a healer without using your personal energy, exhausting yourself, or burning out. The second soul skill and rite of passage of the healer, path of the heart, helps you to tap into the wisdom of your heart. You know how sometimes you meditate or pray or go on a retreat and you feel that your heart is so full of love that you could never forget that feeling. But then the demands of life start to feel overwhelming and you wonder where that feeling went. When you master this soul skill, you'll be able to tap into the wisdom of your heart, the unconditional love of your own heart, not just at any time, but at all times. And you will also know how to tap into the wealth of healing knowledge of the ancient healers. This soul skill gives you the ability to walk the path of heart, the path of true beauty, so you can live from this place and see the world through the all-seeing eye of your heart. Soul skill number 3, autonomy. Sensitive, empathetic healer types have a tendency to forget how powerful they are at times, or are not aware of the power that lies dormant within them. They've seen the abuse of power in the world and what it's done to people and to the planet, and they don't want anything to do with it. The third soul skill and rite of passage of the healer is to develop the power and the capacity, the ability to reclaim and maintain your power center anywhere, at any time. Developing this soul skill helps you to maintain a state of healthy non-attachment and prevent lower or slower energy frequencies from clinging to you. By mastering this soul skill, you can avoid being drawn into other people's dramas and processes and emotions or energy, so that you keep your energetic boundaries intact. It gives you the skills to stay resolute and not let yourself be coerced or emotionally manipulated. Soul skill number 4, self-care. Now with this soul skill, you will come to understand what true self-care is. Beyond surface nice things like having a bath and rose petals, true self-care is something that goes beyond just three-dimensional reality. It includes a conscious understanding of and an ability to respond to the needs of your soul, while ensuring that your body is operating at its optimum capacity. And this is where you come to understand that failure to care for yourself at all levels potentially creates an imbalance within the holistic being. And this imbalance contributes to disharmony and dis-ease, which would eventually affect the physical body. And that can disrupt your connection to your power base and cause sickness, as well as less energy to assist others in a healing capacity. So this soul skill helps you to create an unshakable power base, a true standing place within yourself that you can operate from. Whether you're working with a challenging client, helping your community, dealing with family or work pressure, creating your power base enables you to meet any challenge with unshakable confidence and dynamic soul strength. And from this power base or place of power, you can recognize exactly what you need to do to ensure all aspects of your multi-dimensional self are taken care of, so you can be there for yourself, for your clients, for your loved ones in a bigger and more powerful way. Soul skill number 5, double protection. Developing this soul skill helps you to walk into any room or place and be able to consciously read the energetic status of the environment around you. You'll know exactly how to put up an energetic shield whenever appropriate, so nobody can take your energy or invade your space. You'll also be able to recharge your battery and clear your energy field at will, without having to take hours or days away from your life or withdraw from participation. This soul skill helps you to hear and respond to the call of the wild self and to reconnect with this part of yourself. When you connect with your wild self, you inevitably move into a deeper relationship with your soul and learn to understand the messages from your soul or wild self for holistic well-being. The 6th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer is healer's protection. The soul skill of maintaining clear, healthy boundaries and stay energetically safe while staying responsive and empathetic in all situations. It enables you to register or receive subtle or fleeting impressions and movement and messages from your higher self. And it's this capacity that enables you to recognize subtle energetic shifts in the great sea of energy so that you can act with precision and effectiveness. And reading these subtle energy shifts can tell you if there is danger or trouble lurking, so you can avoid exposing yourself to the toxic projections, thoughts, and emotions of others. Mastering this soul skill irrevocably changes your relationship with your soul to one of profound trust and unequivocal responsive relatedness. In this place, you are free from outside definitions based on morality, what is safe, unsafe, and are able to rely totally upon your inner dialogue with your soul so that you can safely navigate through the jungle of ordinary life. Developing and mastering this soul skill enables you to more easily say no to people, things, activities that do not serve you, without feeling guilty or uncertain. This is the point of no return in your journey and quest for wholeness. You become energetically invincible, where no one and nothing can take you off your path and your ultimate destiny. The 7th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer, triangle of power, It's through this skill that the impediments in consciousness that can attract lower levels or energy can initially be discovered and ultimately transmuted in order for a pristine connection to spirit to be created. This conscious act of connection happens through the art or act of dynamic cooperation between three aspects of your being: your personality self, your soul self, and your spirit self. And this dynamic cooperation allows the higher energies of the spirit self to guide the soul self, and in turn guiding the personality self. Acquiring the art of dynamic cooperation between these three aspects of your being gives you access to the profound power of relationship that is essential for making further progress on the healer's pathway. This relationship is ultimately one where you're able to consciously activate the triangle of power at will and access the highest possible spiritual connections available to you at that time. Developing and mastering this soul skill helps you to discover what level your metaphysical connections are being made and the level other energies that you are seeking to connect with you are operating from. The 8th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer is energetic integrity. Energetic integrity is an all-pervading state of consciousness that involves everything you do, feel, think, or express in your inner and outer worlds. When you master this soul skill, you'll be able to stay aligned with your own individual, perfect, divine energy pattern, and ensure that any required energetic changes or upgrades permeate all aspects of your holistic being. This ability will help you feel more fulfilled in all aspects of your life and to express your true potential as a healer. By mastering this soul skill, you will be able to maintain energetic integrity no matter what is happening in your immediate environment or the world at large. You'll be able to better honor your uniqueness and gifts and use them as a force for good for all, while also fulfilling your destiny as a healer. The 9th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer, metaphysical sensitivity. Developing this soul skill helps you to move beyond the world of three-dimensionality into the world of vibration and four-dimensionality, and tap into and enhance your ability to feel for the energies that everything is made from. You'll be developing and enhancing the clairsentient abilities and be able to use your clairsentience as a powerful tool for healing. The 10th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer, supersensory gifts. Developing this soul skill helps you to access and enhance 5 supersensory gifts, which are clairsentience, clairsensing, clairaudience, clairhearing, clairvoyance, clairseeing, clairgustus, clairsmelling, and clear knowing. When you master this soul skill, you'll be able to distinguish between what's real and what is not real, and receive impressions, information, and guidance directly from the source. The 11th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer is responsible creation. How to move beyond the cycles of karma, from human ego to divine ego, so you are always connected to and creating from source. With this soul skill, you will understand what it means to create responsibly and to bring into existence only what you truly want to manifest in your life, and nothing that is off course, a distraction, a pattern from the past, or that's unhealthy for you. The 12th soul skill and rite of passage of the healer is neutrality. Anchor in your destiny as a healer, living in alignment with your deepest spiritual calling, acquiring, developing and mastering the 12th soul skill enables you to remain energetically clean and clear no matter what's happening around you or in the world. And you will learn to release attachments to people, places and things that you've outgrown. And from this place, you can exist in a state of neutrality and readiness to take the next step of your destiny. Let nothing stand in the way of your evolution and move toward greater levels of self-mastery by dropping or releasing anything along the way that doesn't align with your destiny. By undertaking the 12 rites of passage of the healer, you can exponentially increase your wisdom and power as a healer and become a fully empowered healer. Now that I've shared the importance of being a healer in these times, the 12 soul skills that will help you walk your destiny, I'd like to bring this conversation back to you. You know you were born to be a healer. You have always felt different, and some part of you knew that you were here at this point in time to heal yourself and to help others. You can help people at this most important time, even if you sometimes feel like you don't have a lot to offer. Even if you're asking yourself, what can I do that's different? Every one of us is unique, and each one of us can make a difference in our own lives and in the lives of others. You can stand strong as a healer, even if it feels like at times that your own world is falling apart. What you are going through is part of your journey as a healer. You can be an effective and powerful healer while you are walking your own healing journey. I have a question for you, and it's a pretty big one. Would you like to embark on the sacred journey of the healer, going through each of the 12 rites of passage that shamans, healers, and medicine people of old all walked? You won't have to go through all the trials and tribulations they went through, but it will take a commitment from you to show up and be willing to do what it takes to embrace your destiny as a healer, which is what you came here to be, do, and contribute. It is about increasing your supersensory abilities to be in deeper communication with the spirit of all things, as well as knowing where you are meant to serve and where you are not. It is about leaving this planet better than you found it, in a way that only you can, without feeling weighed down by the work you're asked to do, or feeling stressed from other people's negative energy or emotions. Not only that, you will be part of the most significant work of these times, helping to usher in the new world and the new root race, the one people. This is something we've all been preparing for and waiting for a very long time. I want you to take a moment to check in with your heart and your knowing. Not your personality, but your spirit, your divine self. Is this pathway right for you? Even if it's a bit scary, or you feel like you don't have time and don't have all the qualifications you think you need. The truth is, you may come up against the challenges and tests on the path of the healer one way or another, and you may as well be equipped to deal with them. Not being spiritually prepared and equipped to handle them properly is the lead cause of burnout or giving up. That's why the Medicine Woman Centre for Shamanic and Esoteric Studies online school was created, which is the true mystery school, to support the healers around the world, to develop the necessary soul skills, disciplines and capacities so they can fulfill their destiny as a healer in this lifetime. If you choose to embark on this life-transforming and soul-empowering journey, you'll be guided and supported along a proven pathway every step of the way. You will have the powerful, energetic support of the unseen realm. When you join the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program, you will be entering an online classroom that is the initiatory grounds for the 12 soul skills of the healer. You will be welcomed into your virtual school with access to videos and written material on your 12 self-initiations into acquiring, developing and mastering the 12 soul skills that you will then carry for the rest of your life and lifetimes. You will be immersed in a preparatory month to clear old energies that no longer serve you, to make way for the new. I am 1000% certain an education like this doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. And we've kept it as affordable as possible because this is about reaching every healer on the planet. When we all do our work, we create heaven on earth, and that's a big part of the Aquarian age and what we are here to do. We've all got a part to play, and that means everyone who is called to walk this path with us, well, we want them to join if it's right for them. So here's what you get when you join. And there are a whole lot of spiritual benefits that are not even listed here for time's sake. After I walk you through what you are receiving, I'd like to share what a few of our former students have to say about the magic that opened up for them, because this is truly a pathway filled with healing and magic. When you embark upon the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program, you will be undertaking the 12 rites of passage and initiations of the healer. You will be developing and enhancing the 12 skills, soul qualities and disciplines of the healer to enable you to exponentially increase the capacity to walk the path of the 21st century healer. On this path, you will have access to monthly sacred teachings and step-by-step instructions, undertaking your own specialized ceremonies and journeys that deepen your healing wisdom and capacity. As part of your Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies, you'll also have an opportunity to actively participate in the divinely initiated Planetary Transformation Program. You'll have access to videos that will expand on the themes you're working with and enhance your knowledge as a healer. For the duration of the program, you'll be working with an altar and creating a healer's medicine necklace and using specific meditative practices to complement the metaphysical work of your program. While your journey will be unique to you, you are not alone. You will be joining the Medicine Woman online school. While every person who's called to walk the path of self-mastery and spiritual enlightenment is responsible for their own spiritual journey, when we study together, we have a group contact on the inner planes, and this contact accelerates our spiritual growth. You can access Medicine Woman teachings at any time from any of your devices from anywhere in the world. If you need support during your program, our team is here to help. You can email our study department or access support directly in the Medicine Woman online school whenever you need help. On one level, that's what you're receiving, but what you are really getting is a metaphysical journey inside a true mystery school that will prepare your soul to express the full meaning and purpose of why you are here. Our students don't have to spend lifetimes acquiring these soul skills. They can instead go through a 12-month journey and be introduced to one new skill a month and have their life completely transformed for the good of all and for the planet. Most of the healers I've worked with in the past place a lot of emphasis on soul growth, but with the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program, you can also expect to see changes in other areas of your life, like your intimate relationships, your experience of the work you do, how much abundance you let in, This is truly a mystery school experience that serves all levels of your life. If you'd like to apply for a space inside the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program, the 12 original rites of passage of the healer, there will be an opportunity to do so in just a moment. First, I want to share with you what some of the people in our global community of healers are saying about their experience. Jennifer Tuffin from Whanganui wrote to us recently and said, "For the most of my life I was always trying to fit in even if it was uncomfortable. I'd lose my sense of identity in relationships, giving my power away to another or outside influences, not really knowing or feeling that I belonged anywhere. Through this exceptional program, I now have the necessary tools in my kete, basket of knowledge, and know how to draw on them through the taught soul qualities, disciplines, and ancient wisdom. There has been a monumental shift with my consciousness. Right from the beginning, I felt like I was on this amazing and magical mystery tour that was going to transform my life. I was hungry for change. I was ready and open for that special energy of a life-changing elixir. I feel my light is shining brighter with a radiance of clarity. I know where I'm going, and being solely in charge and responsible for every aspect of my multi-dimensional being is so very exciting. I have begun my own healing practice from home. The magic has begun. I feel aligned with my craft and journey of my blueprint. The commitment I made to the program required a shift within my discipline practices around finances and time management with my employment. The Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program would have to be the most powerful, life-transforming journey I have ever undertaken. Maria Geraghty from Sydney, Australia recently said, "I wear many hats. The hat of a mother, a transpersonal coach, a flower essence practitioner, a disability support worker, a child carer, and a child of Papatuanuku, Mother Earth. Each role is one of service." Before undertaking the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program, I worked mainly from my personality as a sensitive Piscean, not always clear as to what was mine and what was another's, or what was the energetic nature of my surroundings. Consequently, I could take on other people's problems or take things personally. Now, I have gained knowledge and developed capacity in the necessary skills to be effective in my roles without it being of detriment to myself. My energy is constant and my boundaries clearer. Undertaking this year-long program that requires some self-discipline to do what is required initially had me questioning, can I fit this in? I am now finding I miss the rhythm and routine of following a program that links me in with the rhythm of the day, the lunar cycles, and Mother Nature. I loved receiving new information each month, digesting it, and seeing how it relates to me and my situations, leading to expansion of who I am with new ideas and understanding. These two women were unsure whether they had the time and money to commit to the Medicine Woman Certificate in Healer Studies program. And just like hundreds of other program participants, making the decision to commit changed their life in so many ways, including their ability to receive abundance and magic. I'm curious about you. Do you feel in your soul that this journey is a yes for you? If so, I invite and honor your soul saying yes, and I welcome you with love and gratitude into the oldest mystery school on the planet. You can go to this site to register now.